Secondly, Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop, and it's time for a new issue of Doctor Who magazine. This is going to be the last issue with the dark shadow of Jodie looming over it. It's very, very exciting. It really is. Now, why do I know that? We talk about this a little bit in the review. I'm joined by Dan Hadley from the Spacebook. He always kind of joins me for the magazine reviews. I don't know how that works out, but I'm happy to get his input. Right, so this is the last one. Yeah, we talk about this because they talk about there's going to be a major bit of rebranding going on for next issue, November 10th. My prediction is that's when the new logo is revealed. I kind of spoiled it about a week ago. It's only posted on Facebook. It was, I mean, what I think it is. It's kind of a riff on the Diamond logo, right? The classic Diamond logo, and that's where I think Rusty Davis is totally going. And also in a new direction as well, you know, with I wouldn't worry about the climate change stuff he was talking about. They don't actually talk about it in this issue. This issue is very, very, very heavy, Jodie. Very, very heavy. What's it called? The Power of the Doctor. I'm trying to remember the unforgettable name of a final episode. Very, very heavy on the power. The Power of the Doctor? You got not one but two interviews with Jim. Hey, look, for me it's gold. For me, it's fantastic. I'm getting... How many videos am I getting at this? One. Oh, wait a minute. I could do that. I'm just trying to think what's going to be my headline item for my stream on Saturday. I was just thinking, I'll say there's one. There's actually two interviews with Chris Chibnall, which is... the more you get into that boring mind, the better. It's fascinating, right? It is absolutely fascinating. So you got not one, but two interviews with Chris Chibnall. You got a big interview with... Jodie Whittaker. You've got a big preview of the episode of the Power of the Doctor. You got an interview with Mandip Gill, and you got an interview with John Bishop. It's a good 5 videos. Good 5 videos. I can get out of that. I'm really quite happy. They got more articles in. They get kind of boring, but then I figure because they think they're going to get more sales this issue, and they're probably right. They probably will. Like the Jodie fans are not big patrons, shall we say. They don't buy things. They may buy this one. They may get slightly more sales because of Jodie fans are going to want to get these, you know, commemorative issue. So there's a booklet in this as well, written by Marcus Hearn about the production of Doctor Who at the BBC. That looks awesome. That's like a 28-page supplement. That looks awesome beyond awesome. They've also, this is the second time they've done this, a little cutout diorama for I think it's the first Doctor's TARDIS, and they're in the scale with the 5-inch action figure. So yeah, that looks awesome too. Is this a recommend? I don't know. Listen, for me, I bought it on digital, so that was about $3.50. That's fair. To buy a print is over a tenner. I mean, I don't know. Look. I'm from the 80s. I left England in the 90s. My brain is still there. My brain is still somewhat in the 90s. And my brain is still thinking, 20 grand, that's a perfectly fine starting salary. And I don't realize it's 20, 30 years have gone by. So, with that being said, is it expensive? It sounds expensive to me. I mean, especially as you can't afford to, heat your apartments or your homes or fill your cars with petrol. You know, so I guess people might want to have a copy of Doctor Who magazine just for the fuel. That might. I mean, it's very flammable. I don't know. Is it recommend? I have a subscription. Next month though, November 10th. The era of Jodie is gone, and they want to scrape it off as fast as humanly possible, and so on. So this is the last hurrah of Jodie, last comic strip. Just look, it's the end. It is the end, baby. I have no idea what they're going to be doing on the comic strip next month. They were very cagey about this, so they, as if the rules are the same when for the 2005 revival, they weren't allowed to show Christopher Eccleston in a comic strip before he was on screen. So in the comic strip. It was a very good Paul McGann Cyberman story where he was supposed to regenerate at the end of it, but he doesn't. He survives, which is good because we got the John Hurt War Doctor because of it. But so they in the reprint of that, I think the fourth Paul McGann 8th Doctor comic strips, you see that page that was never used, right, of him asleep, basically excellent in Paul McGann's costume, asleep on a couch. Again, I'm really glad they didn't do that because it gave him a lot more room to maneuver around. So it was a big deal. You weren't allowed to show the Doctor before he was the Doctor. You might be able to show whatever the David Tennant Doctor is. I don't know, or maybe they have to keep it under wraps. I have no idea. One really crazy idea they had back in 2004 was do a few episodes with the Doctor mid-regeneration, like Dumu from Doctor Strange. So it's like his head's exploding with regeneration power. That was Rusty Davies' idea. In the end, I can't remember what they did. I think they had a non-Doctor strip. So I don't know what they're going to be doing for next year. Maybe past Doctors, maybe this, maybe 10th Doctor. I really have no idea. I'm looking forward to finding out, right, again. Yeah, I'm looking forward of like this dark era of Jodie Whittaker being gone. It was so divisive, so hateful. And it was divisive and hateful because it just appealed to divisive and hateful people. So, look, if you like the Jodie, God bless you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to the finale. I'm looking forward to, there being some semblance of peace in fandom. There's never peace anywhere, right? But I'm looking forward to there some semblance of peace in fandom, starting with issue 584. Doctor Who magazine! How exciting. Or maybe they'll just screw it up and they'll carry on being as divisive, as awful as ever. Fine! Before we get in the review, it's a long review, by the way. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things are very, very good. Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful for everybody doing all those things. As I said, I'm joined by Dan Hadley from the Facebook. Please go to his channel. It's in the video notes. Subscribe to the channel. It's an awesome channel. I have to tell you, it genuinely is. I always like the blend of personalities he puts on there. You know what? I want Dan Hadley's channel to be the template for future Doctor Who fandom. A place where we can all hang out, right? So go subscribe to him over there. Subscribe to me if you haven't. That'd be really nice. Like, share, and subscribe, all those things. Comment, let me know what you think. I have a Substack, which is my email newsletters, where you'll be able to find my stuff. I also send out free stuff. You know what I sent out yesterday? What's that Gareth Roberts book with the Fourth Doctor? It's out of print. Well Mannered More, right? They made a big finish adaptation of it. It's completely out of it. If I have something out of print, like the old New Adventures, Missing Adventures, like Doctor Who magazine, I often put that on my free Substack. So go ahead and enjoy it. If you ever want any stuff, just let me know. Okay? No, I will work it out. So sign up my Substack. It's free. Did I mention it's free? It's free. Listen, mate, I'm Jewish. That's kind of an important thing to my people, right? It's free. You know why there's 10 commandments? It's because we asked how much a commandment was before God gave them to us. They said, they're free. We'll take 10, baby. We'll take 10. It looms large in our legend. So it's free. Sign up for it. Sign up my paid one. My paid one, you also get this month, you're getting this awesome graphic novel. They should really show you the front, not the side. Okay, when you're plugging your things, make sure people can see it. I'll give you this. God. You know what? I'm somewhat blessed because I am somewhat shit sometimes, but it always makes me laugh. Okay, so you get this graphic novel, The Imperium, a love letter to telefans in the 1960s. Basically imagine Doctor Who, Emma Pill, James Bond, the Black Slap from 2001, and a monkey in a spacesuit, all working together in one supergroup. Fantastic art by Dominic Racho. Backup script called The Ice Warriors. Go sign up for it. That's coming out this month. Fine. Without further ado, there's been quite a lot of you. Let me hand over to me and Dan Hadley from my live stream just last night. Is this month's Doctor Who magazine? Let's have a look at this. This is what happens when you rip that cover off and you get inside, baby.
I mean, the cover of the bag's not exactly inspirational, but that is pathetic.
Jodie, we want you to go for smug and also very, very incompetent. Smug and like we want you to look like you're smug and have no reason to have confidence in yourself at all. Icky thump! I do that all the time. Oh, icky thump, that works. Okay, yes, darling, man it. We want you to look like there's not a thought in your head. Okay,
she's like totally empty, isn't she?
She's like, what's that? Yes, darling,
camera.
Man it. Yeah, like what the hell?
It's not good. It's not good.
Not fun. It's not fun. It's not funny. So that's what happens when you rip the cover off. You go, why? Why did I do that?
Why did I spend $10.99 on this piece of excrement?
I don't think I did, thank God. Okay, I think I bought like a year's subscription or something, and it's much cheaper than that. I don't remember this story of the Dalek trap. What was it from?
It was from...
New Adventures of Lucy Miller?
Yeah, possibly. I know it's... Yeah, it is...
I have to tell you, what's the name? Lucy Miller's got a nice bit of cleavage going there.
She was really fit back then, Sheridan Smith. I've always fancied her. Not so much now. She's had a bit of work done. She's onto her third face, and she's put on quite a bit of timber as well.
Life of an actress. And then 50% off. A lot of these are good. All right, this is a pretty good sell.
They always come through for DWM, Big Finish. They always do something good for them when they.
Okay, speaking of coming through for DWM, we'll see on the next page, right? Okay, what's this? This is the last episode of the comic strip. Jodie's gone. No more Jodie comic strip is my prediction, right? I think next issue, complete regeneration. Now check this out. What it says here. While we wait for Power of the Doctor issue, this issue includes a plenty to keep you occupied. While we wait for Power of the Doctor, this issue has plenty to occupied. 28-page supplement. I have to look at that. This looks like it's going to be interesting. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, next DWM will help usher in a new era. The moment has been prepared for with something so special that it's unprecedented in the magazine's history. We're on sale November the 10th, and you won't want to miss it. New logo being debuted. What do you think?
I'll tell you off stream. I know all about this. I can't say it on stream. Promised I wouldn't.
Okay. I won't tell me else, but now I want to end the stream. Am I wrong? Is it not that?
I can't say.
Okay, fine. But that's my guess, right? That is 100% my guess. And hope I hope so. 5 Power of the Doctor's coming. Yeah, we know. Just get over with. Right. From Scarlet to South End, the Science Museum of London, South Kent is currently staging a major exhibition that features. Oh man, I used to love living in London just for that thing. So when is that? Now. It's from October 6th to May 4th. That sounds really fun.
I think things are going to get a lot more fun over the next few months, bit by bit.
Is it just Doctor Who or is it other stuff as well? One second. Fine, we're going to read the article. Okay. This sounds too good, right? That will feature star attractions from the universe of Doctor Who. Science fiction voyage. Oh, so it's a science fiction exhibition. Voyage to the Edge of Imagination places a visit in the heart of the interactive story filled with objects that explore how scientists and science fiction creators have inspired each other. A full-size replica Dalek includes more than 70 objects from sci-fi. What else are they going to have there? Dalek commission there. They got a Dalek, they're saying. Okay, but what else is there? Okay, we know. We saw the picture. Okay, the story's over now. Just tell me what else you got. Okay, fine. You had to work getting the. You repaired the Dalek. Well done. Aren't you special? Okay, tell me the bloody story. Hey, do you want to buy the soundtrack of Flux?
They always do a good job packaging these things for the people who are interested, but the idea that you're going to look at it is unlikely. The idea that you're going to play it is extremely unlikely. So it is pretty much like setting fire to cash.
Actually it is. Yeah, these have zero resale value.
Utterly useless. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, after we destroyed our civilization and advanced AIs from a different universe come and check out the scarred remains of our planet, they might find a copy or two of this, in the radioactive sky, and they will try and understand. So they'll go, "Yes, we see where the decay happened. right? It was here. We
Dr.
must
Karen.
bring this back. The Geordie effect, right? The Geordie effect. Next, we have production notes with. I did a video, and this is coming out tomorrow.
Look at that!
You see
Look at that
face.
Look, he looks like
what the fuck, Chris?
It looks like a really. He looks like he's trying to be all zen, like some sort of Cardiff-based Mr. Miyagi. He just looks like a bellend, like somebody hasn't bought him his bagel or something.
It looks like. It looks. You know what it looks like? He got control of one of the most popular franchises in British television and took an extended shit over it, right? Until nobody wanted to watch it at all. Right, he looks like somebody. I do know from inside sources the BBC are like, wait, what? With Boxer, they are not happy how Doctor Who came out. Right, they are not happy with this. Nobody watching it.
I know,
and they are. Yeah, it is genuinely not. And I can't imagine he's going to get another job at the BBC, maybe at all.
It's if you I know. I mean, I'll co-sign that. It's an open secret to anybody involved at the BBC publicly. I mean, Piers Wenger isn't saying anything because he's not there anymore. It's a kind of open secret. It won't be a secret for very much longer, is my opinion. But yeah, they know that it's gone very, very badly. And I maintain that's why Chris Chibnall was allegedly, I have it by several sources, Chris Chibnall was removed from the showrunner's position. Jodie Whittaker's contract, she was told it was not going to be renewed. It wasn't her choice not to carry on. They told her no more. They showed him the door. No question. I've heard it from multiple people.
Way too late.
Too late. Yeah.
Honestly, any idiot could have seen how much they were failing at the end of season 11, right? Season 12, certainly. Yeah. That they gave them flux and these specials is insanity.
They had the ideal opportunity there with I know it's awful to say to take advantage of the pandemic, but they had the ideal opportunity then to say, look, we're not going to make this shit anymore on your bike. But the fact that they gave them flux to do and then more specials is unbelievable.
Don't be wrong. Flux was absolutely better, a massive improvement. It was unwatchable. It was shit. I mean, it was Jodie Whittaker. What do you want? I mean, there's only so much you can do. But
now and again, it felt like Doctor Who when she wasn't on screen and somebody else was writing it. It did feel kind of like Doctor
Who to a normie. Just in the same way, Lord of the Rings looks like Lord of the Rings to somebody who doesn't know what Lord of the Rings is, but have a normal, right? This looked like Doctor Who, right? And I think they made a couple of good discoveries in it, a lot of good production design. But everything was weighted down by Jodie Whittaker's inept performance and Chris Chibnall's unprofessional writing.
You've got the same. It really is as simple as it looks, and you think it wouldn't be because I think if you're anything like me, until quite recently, I still believe that certainly the BBC still had this mystique about it and a prestige about it. I mean, the people who work for the BBC, the nation's public service broadcaster, they wouldn't spend all day getting all their opinions and editorial decisions from Twitter, would they? But No, they do. And they're exactly the same as The Guardian. It's all this weird cabal. The Guardian, the BBC, it's all connected and all connected to Twitter. It is poison that has sort of seeped into their brains and rotted it from the inside.
The problem we have with the world right now is we're on the second generation on from participation trophies. The generation that needed participation trophies are now in their 40s and they're part of the expert class, right? Who know everything. We went to university, we've learned this, we know this very well, and they're detached from reality, right? Completely and utterly, and they're smug about it, and they're annoying about it, and they've conditioned their children to be absolutely insane, who are now screaming at you that you're a fascist if you don't believe whatever fad that they've been whipped into a frenzy about today. All right, essentially it's a problem.
Yeah, and I see it going on most days. I do try and look at Twitter I try and limit myself, but I do try and look at Twitter every day if only to amuse myself. I think I've got it all in check. You know, who's who, why, who's saying what and why. I think I've worked it all out now.
Crazy.
This last few days,
the Jodie Whittaker, like the toxic fans, they've gone nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've been
total meltdown.
But like they've gone. Well, John the White pointed out that there's one guy who was stirring up trouble by putting that Jodie thing when she was like sneering at fans.
Yeah, right, he had to go. He had to go at me. That lad did. Told me I was a. He told me I was a see you next Tuesday.
For what? It doesn't matter. Anyway, so then it turns out that he was one of the special guests at the premiere. Obviously, it was like in this like inside, like planting tweets to like stir up controversy, right?
It does look that way.
But it's like, okay, you're not going to get any traction, mate. Okay, the reason you're not getting any traction because your work is shit, right? So these 4 pages are in tomorrow's video, so we will go over them then. His victory lap of utterly failing. By the way, this woman over here, Annette, the one who did Even the Daleks, genuine good find, right? She was what's the name?
Oh, the director. Yeah, I was quite impressed by that.
Yeah, she that. You know, that's how many times they had to throw a dart up against the identity politics dart
to get somebody competent.
And then she's a diamond, right? That she made that script workable. And she's a diamond. You want,
because when you watch that thing a couple of times, you really do see how bad the script itself is.
Yes,
the direction does
completely, very expertly papers over those cracks.
Yeah.
Right. And it's her first credit. Right. She's done. So her and Jamie Magnus. What's his name? This bloke.
Jamie Magnus Stone.
Yeah, him. So both excellent.
He's Magnus Magnuson's grandson from Mastermind.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Fact fans out there, yeah.
So then we got the letters pages. All right. Well, I do like. I like fan art. I think it's always fun. I like people expressing themselves. It's nice. So what we got in the Doctor the Who tube, we got the 63.88 team tracked down the lost location from the Talons of Wen Chiang. That sounds interesting. I will check that out. Trailer to Doctor Who Am I? Oh, that looks fun. Is that playing there?
It is. Well, it's playing in Wolverhampton, which is sort of near enough. It's playing at Sarah's multiplex cinema where she lives. We interviewed Matthew Jacobs and Vanessa Yule last week on the show. And
I'm looking forward to that coming out on download somewhere on stream. Download so I can watch it. Looks a lot of fun, right? Looks a lot of fun.
They're lovely people as well.
Yeah, we got a fan animation of the first meeting between the Brigadier and the Doctor from the missing episode of Web of Fear. Shame they didn't do the rest of it, right? The one they got is shockingly awful, unwatchable. Watch the Teddy Snaps instead. That's much better. Trailer for 14 Volume 2. Excellent. Yeah. The epic Genesis of the Autumn sort of story. Fifth Doctor. Really, yes, excellent. Love it. And theme tune arranged by, okay, some guy. Fine. Good for you. Yes. More letters, more fan art. Love it. Do they have the price? How much is it? 38 for 6 months. Blimey. So that's what's 38 divided into 6?
It's an expensive magazine, Doctor Who magazine now. It really is.
Aren't they? Here, let's do the math.
You know, compared to Empire and all those kind of books, it is silly money for this magazine. I've been buying it for over 40 years, and
£6 an issue. Yeah, let me look up how much my digital subscription is. Let's go to pocketmags.com and go to, how do I go? Home, maybe?
They are lucky to still be publishing. I don't think this is a secret, so I can say this. They're lucky that this title still exists. It's had bad a time.
It exists because of its international distribution, right? So annually, it's £3.46 an issue. £3.46. I don't mind paying £3.50 for this.
I think that's about right. But 3-4 quid at the most. It's extortionate, the amount that they charge for this magazine.
Like, was it? You said it's over a tenner, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's this one is only a tenner because you get the bag full of all the bits of crap, none of which are of any real use. I mean, that 28-page supplement looks okay, but like I say, I can only see the front cover artwork. Honestly, the posters I'm never going to put up.
They knew more Jodie fans will be buying this issue. This is kind of like a commemorative issue for Jodie fans, and so they put more stuff in it to justify the expense, right? That's what I think. This is kind of a fun little article. I do like these. This month in 1966. Okay, so then we got this massive preview of she's got those stupid glasses on again. Of the power of the Doctor. Yeah, Janet, darling, you have no idea. Sophie looks good, right? Sophie always looks good. Like I'm excited to see Sophie.
Sophie Aldred has a lot of charisma. Yeah, even now, a few decades on, there's something about that woman, and she's a nice person as well. So I can't help but smile when I see Sophie as Sophie, let alone as Ace again. So
yeah, I agree. I and look again. I guess they thought this was the 60th anniversary, and that's it. Did you see the Reddit leak that the power of the Doctor is this like power flies out of the Doctor, and then boom, there's an old Seventh Doctor there. Like at the age that if she didn't regenerate, he would be that age now, to explain why they're older.
I think I hadn't heard that. I think it's possible. I think it's quite likely.
Right.
I do. I'm pretty certain. I haven't actually been told this, but I haven't been told it's not true that McCoy and Colin Baker are in this, and David Bradley's in this, but I haven't heard about anybody else.
If Dave Bradley's in it, then Joe Martin is regenerating into him, is my guess. Fine, so I'll put this out as a video later this week. There's a lot of content for me, so I'm doing good. I haven't listened to that one that was sent to you as well, right? The BBC audio, and I got to listen to that, the Fraser Hines one.
No, I haven't heard it yet either. In fact, as an exclusive, I know that Will Hadcroft has asked if we can review it.
Right,
so
I
said,
felt very bad about that. I thought
if we can get together. I'll do it as I'll do a big Type 40, and I'll invite you on and get Sarah on as well, maybe, and we'll do that if you fancy doing that.
Well, okay. So this article, this interview is as correct. The title is as correct as anything else this Doctor has said. The Doctor forever. You're not, darling. You can't. Yeah. Okay. It seemed like forever. That's true. Icky thump. Seemed like forever. It seemed like forever, but you're gone. Thank God. So I'll go over this again. This is another video.
Have you seen that clip of Jodie running in the trailer?
I think so. Nothing leaps to mind. Okay, that costume looks so uncomfortable for Joe Martin. Like it just looks like you can't move in it at all.
Now, if you see her wearing her own clothes, I think Joe Martin's quite a warm personality.
Yeah.
When you see her talking, seems like a really lovely lady. But she seems, when you've seen her in her own clothes with fans and stuff, she looks like she's been bolted into that outfit. It's ridiculous.
Yes, and she does look comfortable. No interview with Jodie would be complete, right? Would be complete without a reference to the interdimensional Hypnotoad. Like, really? Is this a victory lap of everything you fucked up? Like why are you even showing that?
Are they going to bring?
What the hell?
They're going to bring the frog back for
I hope so. Bring the frog back.
Sat on the toilet or something.
Then we got an interview with Mandip. I said I'll try and read tonight if we have time.
Oh God.
I don't know, all 3 pages. You might be there your own. Now, is she still talking to Tom Felton, right, from this play? 220. Is she still talking to him? Because he said that JR was.
Yeah, well, because Tom Felton has come out. Tom Felton has come out this week as a normal person, hasn't he? That's who's capable of rational thought.
He really sort of has, hasn't he? Okay, a bit of Yaz action, and then we got Dan Bishop, John Bishop. I mean, look, you're a comedian. You can probably spin this into something, okay? I feel bad for them though because they're so excited about all of this, right? There's all they're like, I get me in Doctor Who. And listen, Calvinista kind of worked. Okay, why didn't Paul Cornell? I mean, why didn't Chris Chibnall hire Paul Cornell as a writer and give him his ideas? Like, give him the cliffhangers. Those cliffhangers were good. Doctor turning into a weeping angel, good cliffhanger. The dog person, good idea. Okay, I mean, if you had just had a writer hammer this into a shape that wasn't shit, it might have worked.
Yeah. Yeah. He had to surround himself with incompetent and inexperienced children.
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know why he did any of it.
Another interview with Chris Chibnall. I mean, like,
oh my God. Yeah, the sex pest.
I'm not even sure I can go through this without. By the way, Noel from Tardisone pointed this out, right? Did you see this on Twitter?
I don't think so.
Okay, so look at this. Look through this entire.
Oh yes, I did. He says there's about 2 black people in the entire non-white people.
Do you see diversity? I don't. I see 1, 2, 3. There's somebody over here. Right?
It's all wearing the same friggin' shirt.
I see. Yeah, look, 4. This was from the first year. Like 4 people behind in this entire crew. This is. I mean, this is why they lecture you constantly. Oh God, look at him. This is heroes. Barack Obama. Oh, fuck off. Jeez, bloody
Paul
Christ.
McCartney, and who's the bloke on the right?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Barack Obama and Jürgen Klopp. He's somebody that he put in that he knew we wouldn't know, so he sounds smart, right? That's exactly what he would do.
Right? I like the Beatles, but who names their heroes? Paul McCartney.
right, exactly. Go see Hounds of the Baskervilles at the where are we? In Red Hill or in Henley. Doing a tour.
You know what? This is probably really good. Dee Sadler's on Twitter. She's a lot of fun. I've been following her for a while. And Terry Malloy, I think we've all met Terry Malloy at conventions and stuff. Really nice bloke. Mad as a snake, but a nice bloke. This is probably going to be quite good. But I can't. Colin seems a strange choice, but you know, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Well, they say it's a radio play, live on stage.
Oh, I see. Oh, in that case, brilliant.
That sounds good. So then, so we go through all this excruciating Chibnall Jody stuff. Now we get into sheer boredom, right? This just doesn't interest me at all, right? Person make costumes, okay. It's not the interesting costumes. It's not like Alpha Centauri, which I would have a nice giggle about. I mean, I don't know, maybe vaguely interested in
I would. This interests me mainly because it's connected to my era, so I will jump right all over this. But I see what you mean, though. I think it's the kind that you really have to.
Thinking about it. Some space filler where they recreate the sets, and it makes it look a lot better. After Seven Galaxy 4, right? It's a shame it didn't look this good in on screen. But
I wonder who gives them the money to do this stuff, though. Considering, I'd rather.
Will do it, and it seems like an easy article. It's content. It's content. It's not. So this is the end for Jody Comics. Okay, Bye-bye, Jodie. We are never seeing her again. Do you think we're ever going to see a Jodie comic again?
Nope.
No. Over. It is over,
Yep.
darling. Right? It is 100% over.
I haven't. I've noticed that Titan are very cagey about their license. They've got Dan Slott writing 3 specials, haven't they, for them? They've bumped the first one with the 10th Doctor and Martha now until May next year. It was supposed to be out this month. So that's out next May.
I did not know about it. I'm looking forward to Miracle Man coming out this month.
I believe that these last 3 specials from Titan with the Doctor Who license, that will be them wrapping up. They won't publish any Doctor Who titles after that. That's completely been screwed as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, Facts or Fiction is Journey to Central TARDIS, a story not as good as you want it to be. Like every time you rewatch it, you go, "Oh, this sounds like a good idea," and it's just not.
I bet I haven't seen that since it was on, or since not long after it was on.
All right. I don't know.
I really a long time.
This is stupid. They've got a big review for this Big Finish Third Doctor thing, and it's not out yet. Like that, and I'm really looking forward to this one. It's like, don't review it. They should have released it before this came out. Master just came out. Haven't had a chance to listen to it.
It's strange.
Not interested in the new Rose Tyler thing.
They've got it. I mean, I respect a lot of what Big Finish do, but I think they've got it so wrong with Rose Tyler and that Dimension Canon stuff.
I didn't buy the first one. I'm just not interested in it at all.
It's completely non-essential, and they must be aware of that. You've got to really like that character to go out of your way to part with money for that.
Right. I mean, like, maybe she doesn't get on so well with Christopher Eccleston, but that's your sweet spot, darling. That's where people would pay. Like, especially if you did like a one unified story box set with the 3 stories, together. With the Doctor and Rose, and he could do something inventive with it, but okay, whatever.
I'd probably have her playing the moment again rather than Rose Tyler. I think they could do a lot with Billie Piper, but what they're choosing to put her in my view, is really mundane stuff that you would usually find in a fanzine.
Yeah, I agree. You can get a special. You get a subscription to the specials. Now I'm fine. Leave me alone. Win stuff, Master, Rose Tyler, what was this? Nightmare of Eden. Who's reading that? Dan Starkey. And Code of Flesh, read by also Dan Starkey. Yeah, no. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. They got a lengthy preview of season 2, which means it's probably out in a couple of months.
I believe the plan is for it to be out before Christmas. That's the plan, but I can't guarantee it.
So they got this lengthy preview. I'll probably do a video about this. Planet the Giants. So you got you got William Russell in conversation with Matthew Sweet. That's worth the price of entry right there. And like the reconstruction, I thought was very, very clever, right? Then you got Dalek Invasion of the Earth. The new special effects in that are awesome. They look like they're from a 1960s movie. They're so good. Them. So behind the sofa, you got Carol Ann Ford, Maureen O'Brien, Peter Purvis. Good combination. Wendy Pabry and Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton. And Sophie Aldred and Bonnie Langford. Okay. Then nothing I'm really that interested in. Rescue, new. So there's got a new making of documentary. I was also the storyteller. So apparently they already had a making of documentary of that. I like the Rescue. Romans I love a lot as well. It's also got on it. The only new thing there is Behind the Sofa. But these things they covered very well on the DVD range, right? They really did very well. Web Planet, again, Behind the Sofa is the only new thing. Oh, they got the Lair of the Zabi Supremo audio book. That's cool. That's from the annual from that year. Crusade. Oh, what are they doing with Crusade? Reconstructions of episodes 2 and 4 with optional narration, description, and subtitles. Looking for David, documentary about David Whitaker. That sounds like it's going to be fantastic. That sounds very good. Audio commentary on episode 1, discovering the recovery with fans. Paul Scoons, Neil Labes, Bruce Greenwood, and Stephen Roberts. Production subtitles, Telesnap photo gallery, Panopticon archives. So they got the interview with Jacqueline Hill, Caroline Ford, Adrian Hill, and Michael Craze, recorded in 85. That sounds pretty good. I mean,
that's going to be great.
I really love The Crusade. The Crusade is one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I that's the one I really would like to see back. So okay, this sounds good. I'm really psyched it's out for Christmas, maybe before the apocalypse.
It'd be handy, wouldn't it?
That'd be yeah. I mean, help me through the end of the world. So all the existing stuff is already there. So they got making of there. Doctor Who and the Collectors Part 1. So they got a new series they're doing. This is the 1960s.
Yeah, that looks fun. I'm not quite sure why Emily, what her name is from Doctor Who magazine is the one that's hosting it, but Emily Cook. But
she doesn't say there, but okay. And then we have The Chase. Love The Chase. This is a great season. This is a really great.
Yeah, The Chase is outstanding. I love it to bits. I don't get why people don't feel the same way.
I love it. So there's there's Behind the Sofa, the Wayne and Schuster Dalek sketch excerpt from 65. But there's a ton of stuff on these. These ones are so well done. They got the Thrill of the Chase, which is a making of Last Stop White City. What happened to Ian and Barbara? I'm doing this from memory, by the way. Ian and Barbara after the chase. Daleks Conquer and Destroy and Dalek documentary. Mary Celeste, little thing about that. Mechanized discussion. Previously hidden DVD Easter egg. Give a show slice, right? And so coming soon, the Time Meddler. Then Time Meddler, their new things are Flight for Eternity and Overview of Season 2. I bet that's very good. And then coming soon, Galaxy 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm buying this. This sounds very good. This one I'm on the I'm really stuck on. I don't know if I'm buying it or not. The Sylvester McCoy one. I mean, I don't know.
I think that the relaunch for most of these lines is working quite well. So I'm going to give this a go. I mean, I like what they're doing with Harry Sullivan. Not so sure about this new character.
A one-off with them or not? You know what?
I think that they're all one-offs until they see what reception is like to them. They're going to continue with them. That's what I do. To be fair,
the writers are good. It's John Dorney and Lisa McMullen. Both of them have delivered excellent scripts before. So I mean, John Dorney's got a lot more experience. Yeah, I'll give a punt on this. This one I'm not, though. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not paying for any more Tanya stories. I don't care if you put a Sea Devil in it. I'm not. But
they are going to kill their big Ninth Doctor cash cow by inserting those characters that people hated. They're the characters that ruined the Eighth Doctor line, and now they're going to ruin the Ninth Doctor line with them as well.
The people making them genuinely think they're very popular.
Fuck me. I mean, sorry.
Sorry,
that just came out.
It's and I guess they must have the numbers.
They have to start doing some sort of, even if it's anonymous, audience research now. But it's got to be crunch point with some of these lines, and they can't keep telling stories with these characters. They're an absolute joke.
They never work for me at all. And Torchwood don't really care. I'm very, very out of that, right? Very out of that. And then I kind of like these little sufficient data things by Simon Gurry and Ben Morris. Yeah, they're fun. They're normally fun.
A bit of fun.
we don't have an ad for next month's issue. Normally, you get a little picture of what's coming up. Makes me think so something might be afoot. Oh, wow, this is a bit big. So I will, this is awful. I will so be using this image over and over. This is just awful. It's so freaking lazy. It's just not finished, right? None of this is finished. Wow. Yeah, okay. Run that through a Photoshop filter. These things are kind of cute. You can make a little standalone TARDIS.
I think these are really clever, and I like the fact that they exist. I don't know if anybody will ever go to the trouble of making it, but
people make them. They show them. So this is the additional book, 100 Years of Broadcasting Through Time and Space. I have no idea what this is about. Editor Marcus Hearn, Peter Ware, the road to Earthly. This looks like a history of shooting at
Television Centre.
History of the production. This is actually a really interesting book. Who's writing this? Is this all Marcus Hearn?
It's to tie into the 100 years thing, I suppose.
Oh, well, listen. This is actually, I think, probably some.
Well, this is. I can say I won't say that I know Marcus Hearn, but this is, with what little that I do know and the interactions that we've had with him, I know that this is his sweet spot. This is the stuff that. So there's probably been a labour of love. There's been a lot of TLC gone into this 28-pager.
Yeah. So listen, I mean, look, it's a tenner for the print version, but this looks really pucker. This looks really, really nice. So Eddie Robson's writes this one. Oliver Wake, I don't know him. Who's the writer on here? Probably Marcus Hearn, if he's not credited. So Eddie Robson about not Donald Wilson, about Sidney Newman. To educate and entertain, Doctor Who is inextricably associated by the BBC and its values. Well, its values are weird child molesters. You know, so like, not the best ones, not the ones you really want to shout about, but okay. But yeah,
have you noticed they have to put Jo Martin now in every lineup?
I know.
She's paid the Doctor for 14 minutes. 14 minutes.
Do you think it could be because she's a black woman? Do you think? Okay,
I suspect you may be onto something. I suspect that this could be.
Here's why Barack Obama was very bad for the world. I'll tell you exactly why he was very bad for the world. Not for anything he did. It's for how he made white liberals feel. The people who make Doctor Who and Doctor Who magazine, right? Yeah. They felt so freaking good about them. So that, we have overcome our racism and we have an African-American president. We are the best. It made it feel so good. They're addicted to that. That's why they keep putting black people in front of the camera for anything. Oh, look, there's a black little mermaid.
When Barack Obama got in, I was working with an American guy then, and he was absolutely overjoyed. He's married to a British woman. I think he moved here in the late 90s. He's still here now. I still see him now and again, and he was over the moon. And it was all that kind of thing, and it was all, this is a major moment. We've overcome this. We've proven this. We've proven the other. He was thrilled. He literally beaming from ear to ear. He was so proud of his nation. And in my view, Barack Obama wasn't a very good president at all. But
it was awful. Like he drone struck American.
He seemed to spend most of his time just grinning a lot and whilst on the side making a lot of money for himself privately.
He made a lot of money for himself privately, but he was very good at making Americans about themselves. Right? They felt like they had they felt like their leader was somebody they could respect. They liked the way he spoke. He spoke very well. Like
he's got that thing that Tony Blair had got. He was statesman-like, I suppose.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the unfortunate thing is that Tony Blair was an excellent politician, and that's how he was able to sort of con the British public. Really,
listen, I understand he went into Iraq, and I'm not sure that was a mistake. To be honest with you, that's a whole nother story. But Tony Blair seems to somewhat care about the world, right? He doesn't seem to have that Barack Obama narcissism. Like, like Martha's Vineyard recently, they sent these like 50 illegal immigrants there, right? To
yes, I heard about this.
Right, and they like, oh yay, we love you now, fuck off. So that's Martha's Vineyard. I just get a feeling that he has more of a social conscience. That's from just a vibe. It might just be propaganda. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea.
You could be right, but then again, that could be the difference. He's British, and he's how old's Tony Blair now? Like 71, 72. He's possibly older. Man.
It is. If you're going to go that way, so's Bojo, and boy, he is not my favorite person. What I say? Sean Sutton. Yeah, listen, I all this stuff. Okay, so you've hit everything in this I want to read so far, right? All this sounds.
Yeah, it looks beautifully done, doesn't it? And Sean Sutton was another one who was a class act.
Yeah. No, I agree. So this supplement is really justifying its cost, much more than anyone has done before. Yeah, lots of good. The 80s, Chris Bentley. Okay, fine. He's writing a bunch of these things.
Anything connected to the 80s and Doctor Who, and I read every word.
Yeah, well, you got Jonathan Powell. I'm going to be interested to read this. Yeah, I'm pretty much printing all this out so to read. Yeah, okay. See, hot and milfy. That's what I call them.
Bad MILF. Yeah.
Bad MILF. Totally. Look, darling, you put the heels on, not me. What do you want me to do?
She's in the stripper heels, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like...
Skinny jeans, stripper heels. Oh, yes, Julie. Oh, yes.
Right. I think you're very professional and do very good work. But, okay. So, yeah, look, that magazine, excellent. Okay, excellent. And so there's the cover we got, the final countdown. And why does Yaz always look fucked off with Jodie?
Well, as I said, I said the other day, 5 years ago, Mandip Gill joined the biggest show on TV, and now in 2022, she spent those years of her life. She's now leaving it as one of the biggest jokes on television, and she played moving scenery for the best part of 4 years with all the emotional depth of a 13-year-old.
She has the legacy of Benny from Crossroads. She's
going to go down in the history of this show as a punchline. Yes, and that's I do feel for anybody, but then again, she could have just did what Tosin did 3 years ago. Realized he was onto a loser, take the money and put her off.
He's done very well. Boy, did he learn how to milk that HBO trade.
I know. So, he's not back for this crap next week either. He's long gone.
No, he's busy filming expensive things in America.
I think he's hoping that people have forgotten that he was in it.
Yeah, because he's done enough. That's his main thing. Yeah, exactly. You think you got to. It's also Bradley Walsh. Bradley Walsh can get away with anything. Because he's good. He's in a lot of other things.
Yeah.
So is this a recommend? Is it a recommend?
Not £10.99. It isn't, Marcus. Sorry, pal, but I'll never pay £10.99 for another issue of this. I don't, even if I've got a complete set. But I think that
will. If they put out a good Russell T Davies issue, you will.
Yeah, I keep forgetting what place in history we are at.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.